back with the Reggiana rebuild. This is episode 5, I think, and our first season in the Serie A. If you remember correctly, last season we made it through automatic promotion, second place, 1 point off the title. This season, the objective is to stay in the Serie A, and the absolute best case scenario would to be landing mid-table rather than latter half of the table. So the first thing to get into order is to look at our squad once more. Our squad looks nice right now. However, we have a few unhappy players, namely Van de Black and Gadol. And we also have some players that don't really have to be in here anymore. And I think I will find replacements for them, not Russell. Russell's going to go out on loan and hopefully grow to be a monster who can replace Du in due time. Anyways, we have some extra players like Albert and Carlson who are good bench players, but I think I can replace them. Martin should be able to be replaced by the academy, and Acosta, he just hasn't really worked out. Maybe I can find a free agent replacement. Cavallani can go, Maggio can go. They're kind of just dead weight. I think I'll list them up for transfer, maybe make a bit of extra cash. Speaking of cash, we need to check our budget. 10 million pounds, 9.8 million to be exact, but it's quite the hefty sum to work with. Let's have a look at the academy. No goalkeeper. That doesn't seem right. 2 players. Oh my god, this guy has 5 playstyles. I forgot about that. He's also 5'3". We only have 2 players. They're both the Brazilian fullbacks. Our French players and our Spanish and our goalkeeper, they're all gone. I don't know what's happened there. So I'm just gonna send out new scouts. 3 months each. Goalkeeper, American. Hopefully he'll find another beast for me. And Grau can go look in... You know what? I think there's some potential in the Portuguese fullback. Some decent Portuguese fullbacks in history, you know. Joao Cancelo was quite good in his day. Fabio Contrasao was also quite good in his day. I was going to say Carvalho, but he was more of a center back, but we can pretend like he was a fullback for the most part. You know, I mean, we could just say good Portuguese defenders. I mean, there was Pepe, Nuno Mendes. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and list every single Portuguese defender that I know, because I don't know that many. But what I will do is I will look for some free agents, preferably young, about 25 cut off, and hopefully I find a regen. You know, I'm not out there specifically looking for every regen. I don't even know who's retired this year. Although, I mean, I could check some big names. I'm not going to do that though. I don't want to do it on purpose. I'm just going to hope that I happily stumble across them and I see a bunch of green stats just line my screen. Here's the first decent looking player, Rafael Acosta, who is a 21-year-old Argentine. His stats look quite decent. I'm going to put him on the scout list and I'll keep looking. Oh, wait, no, I won't keep looking. This guy. Oh my God. All right. Yeah. Jaime Acuna. He is getting scouted. Honestly, maybe not. I think I might just sign him straight out. He could be a good backup piece. You know, Molebe ever gets injured, he goes on international duty. Acuna is there. And we can get rid of Hirma because he's not really growing or doing anything. Here's another one, another Spaniard as well, Oscar Alonso, who is a left mid, and his stats look pretty juicy. He could be the Minsu replacement for now, honestly. Oh my god, these players, oh god. Yes, please. He's not as good. Plus, we already have a great cam. A backup wouldn't hurt, but would it be optimal? I would say no. I don't know, he's a bit older than the other Spanish striker, but we'll have to see. I think I have found Modric's former teammate, Toni Kroos, who might have retired this season because, oh my god, look at this guy's stats. I'm going to check right now, and I'll be back. It's official. Toni Kroos is no longer registered in the game. He has retired. So, yeah, that must be his regen. He has to be an instant signing. I don't know where I'm going to play him, though. I don't have actual center mids. Maybe I convert him into a CDM. We'll see what I can do with him in game. I'm also going to drop the age requirement down to like 22, just to, you know, weed out some of the older guys, just to make sure I get like really high potential players and all that. Speaking of high potential players, this looks like one right here. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, but he's a CDM and his stats already look amazing. I haven't even clicked yet. And I think I missed him the first time around because I'm pretty sure the free agents go by alphabetical order and I was on like B before. So I must have missed him. And I'm glad I went back to check Toni Kroos and, you know, now I found him. So yeah, all green, like not one yellow stat. It's just, It's too easy with free agents. And maybe in the future I'll do one where I don't use free agents at all. But it's kind of hard, or at least I don't use auto-generated free agents because they're all regens. But it's kind of tough to pass up on this, especially when the CPU will use the regens. Like, they're not shy about it. I may have found the instant replacement for Esposito. He's 21, Humberto Bernal, and his stats look really nice. All greens for really the most important stats, you know, reactions and handling. It just means he's a goalkeeper rather than a sweeper keeper, which is fine by me. You can always just train up the other half. I'm going to keep looking, but honestly, I think this is going to suffice for now. I mean, there's some promising looking players, but nothing like I was seeing earlier. I mean, this guy looks nice, but yeah, it doesn't really jump out at me as much as others do. So with all these free agents shortlisted, I'm going to go ahead and try to sign all of them. Bar, Alonso, and Acuna. I still have to make my final decision on them. I'm thinking Acuna simply because he's 17 and his skill moves out the gate. 4-star, 5-star. Yeah, come on. First on the signing sheet, the goalkeeper. I gave him £7,000 a week. He also asked for a crucial role. That means we're going to have to sell Esposito, especially if he's a little lower overall than Esposito, but hopefully he's not. Here comes a moment of truth from Humberto Bernal. 77 out the gate. He's going to start instantly. He's better than Esposito. The game won't even interfere with that. He goes straight into the starting 11. I don't even think Esposito has a crucial contract, so it should be okay. I'm just going to go ahead and sign the rest of these guys. I don't want to highlight all of them. I know they're all really good. They're all going to have to be regens of something. I'm not even sure who this regen is, but he looks amazing, so he's next. And then it's Cruz, and then, you know, I'll just try to get everyone that I can. All right, I've signed everyone besides the striker. And now I've been thinking I could be greedy and just sign both and sell one or loan one and just let the other one play backup. But I don't think I'm going to do that. And my final decision is going to have to be Jaime Acuna, who is 17, has 4-star, 5-star, and is around the same height. He's got really similar attributes. It seems like a no-brainer here. You know, Alonso's good, but the only issue I have with Alonso... Oh, actually, Alonso seems faster or more burst speed, but Acuna is just the age difference. Molebe is about 20, I think, right about now. And Acuna, I can send him out on loan and just hope Molebe doesn't get injured and let Acuna grow. Kirima can just play, you know, second fiddle. It's kind of his fate. I'm going to go with Acuna, and I'm just going to unlist Alonso here, just so I don't have to see who signs him. Maybe someday in the future, we'll be facing him in the Champions League. Alright, with all that being said and done, the squad is now quite full. Some of these players have come in at a higher overall than our current starters. For example, Aguirre, which is what I'm going to call him, is higher than Conti, and it's a bit of a shame, but he's going to have to sit the bench for a bit, simply because it's hard. 26, and Conti's still only 21. I mean, I could start him still. But I've also picked up this Battaglia guy, who also looks decent. I think I'm going to send Battaglia out on loan, and Conti can be the backup. Or maybe Kata just will stop growing and Conti can come in. But we're going to have to clean the squad out. I think Martin goes out on loan or gets sold straight out, so Esposito can be proper backup. Carlson gets sold. Albert gets sold. Araujo, he can stay. Portanova, maybe. I don't know. I kind of have to rework his contract because he's not been really happy with his playtime lately. Ahmed can stay. Or actually, I think Ahmed is already leaving. I think I'm selling him, so he's not staying. Maggio, maybe another loan for him. No, he's quite old. Send him out. Same with Cavallani. Yeah, I'm just going to clean out most of this squad. And that includes Acuna, who's going to go out on loan. He has Ariel and Travella and Tiki-Taka. Wow, this is something. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to send him out on loan simply because I think he'll grow much faster. Just like Russell's going to go out on loan. I think he'll come back, you know, maybe even better than Molebe. I seriously doubt it, but hey, you know, one can hope. Great potential, you know. Another note is I got almost all of these guys on a really good contract role, like sporadic or rotation. So if we go over to Bauer, exciting prospect. Yeah, he's Cruz's regen, but he's rotation. So that's good. I can also send him out on loan and hopefully he comes back Dragovic level. I doubt it, but I would like to see what I can convert him into. Or maybe I can convert Dragovic into something different. Maybe a deep-lying playmaker like a CDM or a right midfielder. Who am I kidding? I'm just going to convert him into a cam, like a proper cam. I think he'll actually grow in overall because he's built more suitably for a cam. I mean, look at his stats. He is, oh my God. Looking at Kata has reminded me, I need to renew some contracts, especially if I want to sell these guys come the end of the year. So I'm just going to start renewing everyone. Squad role important, sure thing. You play every game anyways. Baker Whiting, squad role important. Yeah, that's fine. Irma, yeah, let's offer him a little less though. I don't think he's as valuable as the rest of the squad. There you go, sporadic. Kata, you can get, I would honestly give you about 12,000 pounds a week for the way you've been playing. A release clause of 17 million. You know what? I'm actually not opposed to that. I do not mind if someone signs him. Did I give someone else a release clause? I kind of hope not. Okay, I've checked. No one else has a release clause. Carlson, you can go. Van de Black, renew. Maybe a bit lower. No release clause. Perfect. Maggio, you can go. Portanova, let's renew you. But let me do that manually so I can give him a different role because he's not being put at the crucial role anymore. Dragovic, yeah, I might as well renew while I can. 5-year deal, basically 3-year extension. That's perfect in my eyes. Molebe, I should renew at the beginning of the season for all these guys because I do not want them to like perform like really well and suddenly I have to, you know, renew them and they're asking for like 80 grand a week and we're not that big of a club. No offense to Reggiana though, like we're massive, but I mean, we don't have the financials for that. Same thing with Minsu. Hopefully I can get him to renew for another 2 years. You know, easy, bing bang bosh. 5-year deals on all these guys. We're looking good. I'm gonna have to change from crucial. I'm actually gonna renew that right now. So I'm gonna do and Portanova. Hopefully I can bring them down to like an important for and a rotation for Portanova. All right, accepted the important role. Good job, Thank you for understanding. Portanova though, he might have a bit of an ego to him. There was no ego. We got the man paid. He actually suggested the rotation role, or I guess his agent. He asked for a bonus and hefty, you know, wage, but that's okay. He's one of the OGs. I want to keep him around and he deserves it. I mean, he's played pretty decent even off the bench. And if we look at the value, he's still pretty high. I mean, he's not the highest anymore. I think at one point he was, but hey, there's no shame in having the team build around you. And oh, sorry, the market value scared me. I thought it was. So I'm going to work with these development plans a bit. I've been kind of dawdling about with this stuff. I'm just going to do all this stuff off camera, set up some development plans, sign some coaches, go to the preseason, go through the preseason, and we'll see where we're at from there. Okay, this is the first time I've ever come back mid-preseason. Well, it's the end of preseason, but the reason for that is we've won every game. I've manually quick simmed all of them, simply because I'm kind of dealing with loans and transfers all in between it, and I don't want to miss any of it. So I've just been manually simming through, and we've won every game. You know, Minsu, the first 2 games, scored all 3 goals, and then yeah, so yeah, we've won every game of preseason. I don't know if that actually means we won the whole thing or not, but I can check. Hopefully we did, because that prize money, I chose the highest prize. So hopefully everything was a dub. I think we conceded like 1 or 2 goals the whole thing. Yeah, first place, we won it. We're the only one who won every game. We had 2 goals against us. Perfect. So surely I got an email. Yeah, there it is. Additional yeah, okay. Now we're cooking. Good sign? Maybe. But it is the Serie A. We might get cooked this whole season. Once again, the goal of this season is to stay up. But yeah, the season starts in 13 days. I'm going to sort out these loans here that I have left. Portanova. No. You are staying, brother. Just going to sort out the rest of these loans. I think that's the last one that has to go out. And yeah, there's nothing else really to do right now. I will just see you at the midpoint of the season. All right, we've made it to the midpoint of the season. I haven't really been watching, but by the manager rating, I think we might actually be doing pretty decent, which is surprising. This is a Serie A, and it's our first season. Granted, we do have one of the best players in the world, being Dragovic, but yeah, let's take a look through these months, shall we? December, not our best month, but honestly, not terrible for our first. Oh, God. 5-0 by Inter Milan. Oh, God. I don't even know who they have. I saw earlier that Lautaro Martinez went to Tottenham, which was a weird move. Probably wouldn't happen in real life, but yeah, not our best month, but not terrible, especially for our first season. November. Oh, we've made it second round of the cup. Not that surprising. We beat Sassuolo 3-0 and we went unbeaten in the month of November. Not bad. October, 1 loss against Roma, and we drew against Pisa and beat Como, who are both also teams who came up with us last season. We also beat Napoli, which is a huge win for us. September, we lose to Milan 2-4. Not our worst, not our best. August, we won. We went unbeaten. Yeah, it's been a good season so far, at least from the looks of it. I think we're mid-table, which is the goal. Oh, we're fifth. We're fifth midway through the season. We're sitting at a Europa League spot. I don't know how, to be honest. We're only 7 points off the top of the table. Top of the table is kind of far, and we're also only 1 point off being sixth. Although as far as mid-table goes, we're in the clear. We're like 10 points clear of mid-table, and we're nowhere near getting relegated. But considering how well we've done in the season so far in the Serie A, we should look... Oh, what is all this? 77 mil. Oh, we've made a lot of money. I think it's all just from shirt sales and such. We are in the Serie A now. Let's look at the squad stats. With our most appearances, Contreras has 23, 7 clean sheets. Pretty solid for the Serie A, and 2 assists. Ortiz... These are just our starters. Minsu, 10 and 4. He's back in form. He's doing really well. Dragovic, 91 overall, 8 goals, 0 assists. Not really ideal for a cam who is supposed to be feeding everyone else when he's only scoring goals. Minsu seems like the top assister. Molebe has the same amount of goals as Minsu. We're scoring. That's 28 goals combined right there. That is a nice trio. Bernal, he's been playing the game. He's a goalkeeper. Not much to comment on there. Gadot has scored 2 goals as a center back. He's 6'5", to be fair. I don't know if that matters in Sim, but he is getting up there. Du, 2 and 4, not bad. Conti, Balogun. I'm assuming this is a goal for Genoa, not for us. But, that's good that he's scoring over there. They are at risk of going down, though, as we saw by the table. Kata, he's doing his duties. Baker Whiting back to scoring goals again. I've just realized his model looks like really old. He should not look like that. Iago Acosta off the bench, not bad. Van de Black hasn't really been playing, not expected. Bauer, 1 and 1, 6 appearances for Udinese. Not bad at all. Made 1 appearance in the Coppa Italia and got an 8.5 rating. Impressive. Russell hasn't been doing much, but he's growing out there, which is really all we need. Alonso, Battaglia, and Acuna all have yet to start for their respective loan teams. Hopefully their loan teams realize the potential they have. Minsu, however, has grown to an 80, Molebe 81, and Dragovic 91. This is something you just dream of seeing in this game. I'm not really sure what to do with him at this point. I think I'm just going to slap him on. I don't know. His best plan for him is probably half winger. I want his pace to go up a little bit. Maybe just keep him on advanced playmaker. Yeah, I think I'll keep him on advanced playmaker for the shot power. In game, it's going to look amazing. Molebe, 91 pace. He is the new Mbappe, 21 years of age. He is growing spectacularly, but I don't really know what to do with him at this point. Growth-wise, I think I might put him on a false 9, get his passing up. His long pass is absolutely atrocious. Not like it really needs to be great, but, let's try to upgrade him evenly, or I'll just give him balanced, to be honest. His stamina is also not amazing, but the advanced forward development plan does help with that. But I think I'll just put him on balance for now. Minsu, similarly, pacey. He is pacing it up. Yeah, I think this is a good plan for Minsu. His shooting's not like the best, but he's got 82 finishing, 86 positioning. That's really what you need from a winger who cuts inside, and his passing is slowly getting better. I think maybe I'll put him on wide playmaker after this level up to, his pace and everything. And then I'll give him wide playmaker so his long pass and everything improves. His composure is also kind of garbage, but that's okay. And his strength, wow, he is a weak man. Aguier has grown quite a bit. He's 78 right now. I'm gonna change his plan a little bit because I think he needs more growth in... Honestly, I don't know. He's physical. Center half, I think, will do him some good. Maybe for now, I'll just increase his skill moves, increase his passing, turn him into that Busquets type player. But this seems to be about everything I can cover so far. Gadol still has his transfer request. I really hope he retracts it because he's doing well now and he's playing a lot. So hopefully he feels better. Baker Whiting's angry. I understand that, but Ortiz is just a bit better in the position than you, unfortunately. Form is bad. his playtime, he's fine with his playtime. He's just not doing that great. And he's a bit angry with his contract. I can fix that later. Bauer is apparently bad form, which makes sense. Same with Balogun, but all the rest, yeah. Hopefully by the next season, when the next season comes over, they all get a nice boost. Because that used to happen with loan plans. I'm not sure if that's still a thing in the current game. Speaking of boosts, let's look at the Youth Academy, which is looking pretty nice. I found our future goalkeeper. I initially thought it was this Mark McDonald dude who's 14 and 5'7". Not ideal, but I found Harry Morgan, who had higher potential by 1 and is taller at the age of 15, which means he could still grow by the time he turns 16, because that's how this game works. McDonald probably wouldn't grow that much, and a short keeper in this game is a death sentence. But there's not much left to do here. I think I'm just going to sim to the end of the season. No signings to be made. Our budget isn't exactly all that great anyways. We have 8 million to spend. If I were to spend it, it would be on free agents. But for now, I think I'm just going to leave it and see what we're looking like at the end of the season. So I will see you at the end of the season, hopefully where we land. Maybe the top 8, land a conference league spot. If not, it's okay. It would be ideal, but yeah, we'll see at the end of the season. End of the season, and we retain the manager rating. Looking at May as it stands, we won 2 games and lost 1, all by a 2-1 victory or loss. Strange, but that's not the point. The point is, it's looking good by manager rating and by this first month. Let's take a look. April, we beat Inter Milan in the revenge fixture, winning 3 games and losing 2 on the month. No terrible losses. We also beat Udinese 3-0. Sorry, Bauer, but we had to. March. Oh, we got beat down by both Juve and Milan. Wow, okay. We did not win a single game this month, but at least we scraped out a point. February, also pretty bad. 2 draws, 3 losses, one of them being cup. We lost 3-1 to Pisa, which should not be happening, but maybe they got better after the season. Also, a cup loss being in February means we made it to round 3 of the cup, so that's a plus. January, where we left, we won our cup game. We won another cup game. Oh, we made it to round 4. Wow. We lost 5-1 to Roma, so we lost both fixtures against Roma. Drew against Como and Napoli. Not a great month, but all these months, it's starting to look like we may have finished mid-table to around 8th to 7th place. Let's have a look. Exactly 8th place. 15 wins, 12 draws, 11 losses, a positive record. It's Serie A. You know, you don't expect to place too high in your first season, but we did spectacularly. Yeah, Pisa did get better. They placed 10th, Como 14th, and wow, Genoa escaped relegation. Lecce, who we did see in the Serie B a few times, Monza I think as well, and Sassuolo, all 3 of them go down, unfortunately for them. But we've stayed up and we've placed in the top half of the table. No mid-table for us this season. We are in the top 8. I'm not sure if top 8 is Conference League spot, but if it is, that's great European football for us. It'll be a bit tougher next season though. Maybe we're not ready. Let's have a look at the squad stats. Minsu, Mr. Reliable, 19 and 9. He has stepped up. Molebe with his 3rd 20-goal season in a row, which is great. Dragovic didn't do as well in the second half of the season. 2 and 3 in the second half. Minsu up to an 83. I didn't notice that at first. I think he's higher than Molebe now. Wow, he has just been playing out of his mind this season, which is, yeah, I forgot to change his development plan, but that's okay. He's just been playing amazingly. Molebe, you know, also doing good, 82, which nothing to complain about there. He's playing. I think the reason he hasn't grown as much is because I put him on that balanced development plan, which maybe not the best for his growth, but I'm going to leave him on there until he grows again to 83, and then I'll change him to a more focused plan. Contreras, no change. Ortiz, 1 goal to add on from what I remember. Godot adds on an assist. Conti, off the bench, seemingly did really well as well. Or maybe Aguirre got injured because he did not play as many games as I thought he would. Do 6 and 5. They've played a lot more games than before. Kata 4 and 3. Acosta off the bench 3 and 1. Portanova not bad off the bench. Bauer's done decent off the bench on his loan spell. Russell hasn't played, but that's okay. Same thing with these 3. They are not playing, but I can't really do much about that. I'm not the CPU. I can't send an angry email to the team that I've loaned them to saying, you need to play them more. Because they do that plenty to me, but I can't do it to them. This has been a great season for Reggiana. We've stayed up, not only stayed up in the Serie A, but we have played really well in it. Our youth squad is looking great. Harry Morgan up to a 58 overall at 15 years of age. He will be ready to play around next year. Now let's put him on the goalkeeper dev plan, speed up his development a little bit. And the rest of these outfield players, not the best. But maybe Ferreira can get promoted. I think he's been playing pretty decent. Same thing with Arnos. They're not the best, but I think I can send them out on loan and see what they can cook out there. Bayern Munich has won the Champions League, seemingly against Juventus, who I think we actually beat once during the season. Impressive. Atalanta win Conference League with Rodri. That is a strange image to look at. I don't see the UEL, and I don't really feel like looking for that. So, oh, player of the tournament for Serie A was Madueke, who is suddenly in the Serie A. A lot of weird things in this sim, but that's fine. The Reggiana board has given me £69 million to work with next season as transfer budget. That means big signing for us. That means we're upgrading this defense and no more, I feel bad saying it, but no more Godot, to be honest. And maybe even if we can squeeze in another purchase, a right midfielder who can replace Du a little more availably. Not that Du is bad, but he is stagnating a little bit compared to Minsu, who stagnated in his first season, and he is younger than Minsu, but he has really shown out in these few seasons that have passed. Dragovic, it's hard to replace him. Oh, look at that. He's got a playstyle plus. It's whipped. Whipped pass plus. Interesting. I don't think anyone else has any playstyle pluses. I think you have to hit a certain overall to unlock the plus. But that's nice. That's a plus. Ferreira and Arnos will go out on loan next season. Hopefully that'll work out for them. There's not much else left to do during the season. So yeah, with that being said, I think that'll have to be it for this season. There's nothing left to do. We've done really well. We've looked at the table. You know what? Let's look at the player stats table for the first time ever. I never look at these. This is the wrong one. Here it is. Madueke with 25 goals and 38 appearances. Look at our boy Enzo Molebe, who has shown up 20 goals and 38 appearances. Wilson Odebert, I don't know how to pronounce his name, to be honest. 24 and 38. AS Roma is really good all of a sudden. That is kind of strange to look at. Zirkzee playing for Milan. This is such a weird sim, but Molebe has outscored Osimhen and Darwin Nunez. Minsu is also on the table in the top 10, who has outscored Kvaratskhelia. This just puts into perspective how well we have been doing. Although Kvaratskhelia has put up 13 assists to Minsu's 9. If you add up their GAs, 13. I don't know why I'm comparing them, but you know, it's fun. 13 plus 13, that's 26. While Minsu, 14 and 9 is not quite 26. Clean sheets wise, we're not very high up here at all. Oh, sorry, I completely missed them. We are pretty high. We are 7th with 6, which is also tied for 4th. So not bad at all. Here's a funny sight. Christian Romero for Roma is in the top 5 with a red card. Not very surprising. With that being said, that'll be it for this one. Good season. Hopefully the next one's even better. Maybe even a Champions League spot or a title race. A push for the title. But for now, that'll be it. I'm done.